Last night, the 76ers and the Knicks faced off in their Game 2 matchup, and in the dying seconds of the fourth quarter, there was a lot of controversy regarding the inbounds play. Some say that the play was clean, others say that Nick Nurse called a timeout, and others say that Jalen Brunson or Josh Hart fouled Tyrese Maxey. Let's take a deeper look to see what happened. From my take on it, if we slow it down and freeze frame it, we'll see exactly what happened. So after Jalen Brunson knocks down the 3 to cut the lead to 2, we see Kyle Lowry looking to make the inbounds play, and during this time we see Nick Nurse with his hands up, but at this time he hasn't exactly called a timeout yet. But it's only at this moment when Kyle Lowry releases the ball that Nick Nurse calls a timeout. And then you see Nick Nurse retract his hands from a timeout once Tyrese catches the ball. And as we see here, Maxey's able to retain possession of it. And at this moment, it does in fact show Nick Nurse calling a timeout. And within a half a second to a second in real time, Tyrese ends up turning over the ball. So that's also what we have to take into consideration as this is slowed down. It would be very tricky to call that in real time. And at this moment, Nick Nurse is emphatically calling for the timeout, but the Knicks had possession, which leads to the game-winning 3. So I don't believe that the refs missed the call on the timeouts. However, I do believe that the 76ers may have a case with Jalen Brunson grabbing Tyrese Maxey's jersey. But also, I do see a push-off from Tyrese Maxey on Josh Hart, so it could go either way. And I believe there was only marginal contact between Josh Hart and Tyrese Maxey on this play. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. But here is Nick Nurse's take on it and what he believed happened.
Well, the first thing is, obviously they score. We take a look at getting it in quick. We don't get it in quick. I call timeout. Referee looked right at me, ignored me. Went into Tyrese. I called timeout again. Then the melee started, and yeah, I guess I got to run out onto the floor or do something to make sure and get his attention. But I needed a timeout there to advance it. Would have been good, but couldn't get it. There was no time to talk about it. Matt, you can ask him if you want to. See if he saw me calling timeout. I just watched the film just to make sure, and I'm clearly calling timeout. I didn't see if he looked at me in the film, but I could see me clearly calling timeout twice. Yeah.